Esteemed attendees, ahead of the anticipated U.S.-Iran talks in Islamabad on Saturday, markets are experiencing a volatile but relatively positive trend. Asian indices are positive, with purchases in the Japanese Nikkei index exceeding 1%. President Trump's optimism about a deal with Iran and his warnings regarding transit fees in the Strait of Hormuz are on our agenda. The ceasefire is fragile, however, diplomatic expectations are supporting the market. On the macroeconomic front, although the U.S. core PCE inflation slowed from 3.1% to 3%, it continues to hover well above the Fed's target. The Q4 2025 growth painted a weak picture, coming in below expectations at 0.5%. Today's upcoming March CPI data is highly critical. We will closely observe how inflation has been affected by tariffs and war processes. A weakening dollar provides support for gold, while geopolitical uncertainties attempt to bolster prices upwards. However, oil-driven inflation pressures limit this upside due to expectations that central banks will maintain a cautious stance. Technically, gold holds above its 21-period envelopes indicator, maintaining its short-term positive outlook. If it remains above the critical daily level of 46.90, targets of 48.75 and 49.66 can be monitored. Otherwise, there is a risk of a pullback to the 45.36 to 46.02 band. With its industrial metal identity, silver follows a more sensitive and volatile trend compared to gold against global growth and energy costs. Prices are currently striving to hold above the envelope's 35 indicator and the critical level of 73.52. In the continuation of the upward movement, the 77.23 and subsequently 81.46 levels will be watched as resistance. However, if the 73.52 support is broken, prices could retreat to the 70.40 to 72.00 zone. Please pay attention to the key levels of the day, which are 73.52 and 77.23. In concluding our presentation, let's touch upon the main topics on our radar. First, the U.S.-Iran talks expected to take place in Islamabad on Saturday and their impact on the Strait of Hormuz. Second, today's U.S. March inflation, CPI data, where we will measure the effects of tariffs and the war. Finally, for portfolio management, the critical support tests of gold at 46.90 and silver at 73.52 will determine the market's direction.